This game's got some really good commentary and look. I just got revived in the little Hyperion AI thing. He says, dying is cool. He's like, dying is good. All the cool kids are doing it. Now this is bust out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It begins!
Nobody kills my buddies but me!
Nice. I love leveling up. This shotgun's actually doing really fucking good.
This one's mine!
Yeah, my shield needs to get a little more. I need to get a better gun.
Damn it!
That looks pretty good, actually.
Look at all that gear! Die! Bitches! Fuck that jackhole's head like a train! You won't last 2 minutes!
Love a hard kill!
I hate these shield guys, they're so fucking annoying. This guy dropped me everywhere.
Hugs time!
How you doing?
Do it! Keep it up!
Run!
Turn it out!
Stop fucking!
Throwing masher!
Die screaming!
I got the blue, that's cool.
Just die! Some nice gear you got! Charge 'em, boys! Friggin' finally!
Wasn't so challenging.
Bury me with my stuff! Midget-loving tank sex. It's in my eyes. You won't last 2 minutes.
Oh shit.
I'll survive. You won't. Huh?
Oh damn, that fucked him up.
Hey, so hard! You die now!
You die now.
Get ready for her!
Punch your skull into your puppets! Oh, get serious now!
You can beat the fuck out of that dude. Beat his ass. Sounds like they're fucking each other. Getting pound, bro.
Feeling? Yes, fun!
Power! More! Try breathing through fresh blood!
Damn.
Ever been strangled with your own?
Ow, fuck, I'm gonna grab guns now. Yeah, explosive gun. Yeah. Yeah, this game is definitely better than 3.
Time for squishing! Welcome to You're gonna be screaming! Try breathing through this blood!
They're all gonna beat the fuck out of each other. That's so funny.
Treat time already?
It's the headache.
Where's the brain?
You like that?
I love Goliaths. They're so fun. Just watch them fucking kill each other. That's so funny.
See ya, bitch.
Nice, Goliath. That was fucking perfect. There you go. Nice. Goliath do such a good job. Keep everybody off of me. Until they start attacking me, then I have to fucking do that.
Free time already? It's serious! I'll tear you
Ooh, a lot of fucking good guns that. They're not amazing guns, but gives me a whole bunch of fucking experience and shit. Yeah, tomorrow I gotta go to work fucking 10 to 4, and then I gotta go back in. Fucking fine.
Buy from me if you want to live. Be careful.
Nice, I got a better one. 2 more magazines and last. Oh, that's this one. Increases movement speed while, and it gives you damage. Damn, get 40% more damage than the last thing. That's not too bad, actually.
Feeling overburdened by money? You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head. Remember, we're always open. Come on back anytime. Later, Vault Hunter.
Tell Moxie I'm quitting.
Yeah, I think level 18 is good enough. Yeah, I used to do that just to try to get up to like 18. Because this place is a little bit higher. As I need to go back. I need to do a bunch of side quests and shit. Oh man. Oh, got a weird ass dream. It was, I don't know why I had a dream like this, but it was weird. I never understood dreams too much. I really tried to understand it. I guess I was like horny or something, so I like really like horny dreaming that. And
I've been following Jack's orders from the beginning. Jack modified the power core you found to have a Hyperion network uplink. Through it, I was able to access Sanctuary's defenses and lower them.
Corpse throbbing!
Part of Jack's plan.
Oh! 1 at a 10. NATO! You like that?
He will be delicious.
Wow, so that happened.
Nice.
there's a lot of fucking rats, bro.
5 years ago, I tricked Roland and his friends into opening the vault. I told them it was to protect Pandora from the great evil. That was a lie. Jack knew he could make a fortune off the iridium held within the vault, but he was too much of a coward to open it himself. He got the Vault Hunters to do his dirty work. I'm so tired of manipulating people.
Yeah, when you play this one, you go back to Borderlands 1, you start to realize what's actually happening. Yeah. That's kind of fucked up.
Hello!
Yeah, that experience is not enough. Yeah. Sad things, I only have to go over there, and I don't want to. Just putting that through that. Yeah, that grenade does such a good job. I just like that's on my level now. That is so much damage. It's ridiculous.
Without you, Pandora has no hope. You have no reason to trust me, I get that. But if you're going to stop Jack from controlling the warrior, you'll need my help. Because I know where the key is. It's with me.
I know the key is
Feeling overburdened by money? 2 words, my friend.
no, you're fun. Oh, man.
And I'm awesome. Hey, killer. I phased the city. No big deal. Find a way back here as quick as you can.
Now that Sanctuary's reappeared, you can use any fast travel station to get back to the Crimson Raiders. I'll mark the nearest one on your Echo device.
Error. Location, Sanctuary. Not found.
Oh no. The phase blast must have taken Sanctuary off the fast travel network. Okay. Head to the Iridium extraction plant nearby. I think I know how to get you back to your friends. You know, I didn't lie to you about everything. You really are the only person who can stop Jack. Roland, Lilith, and Mordecai. He defeated them long ago. They can help you reach him, but in the end, it will be you who brings Jack down.
Yeah, this shotgun is fucking doing great. motherfucker. Hell of an auto aim.
If you can cross the river and steal a supply beacon, we can get Sanctuary back onto the fast travel network. I promise. Little as I'm sure that means right now.
I'd almost finished my comic collection.
Be proud of the fact that they terminated a Thresher.
Wow, that happened.
Robots, remember your three governing laws. Jack is your god. Threshers are your enemy. And both consider you disposable.
Target sites. Firing grenade. Enemy engaged. Requesting prevent unit failed.
Hyperion machines are discouraged from being ingested by the Thresher population.
Combat commencing. Stop it.
Darn. That exploder took out the bridge controls. Find another way
Oh,
across.
come on.
Threshers or B. Games.
I hate fucking dying in this game. Because the respawn is like 5 to 10 seconds. It's so fucking annoying. Fuck you.
Hyperion says afterlife, schmafterlife. You are adequate. Hyperion machines are discouraged from being ingested by the Thresher population. Loaders, please do not switch to suicide mode until moving a sufficient distance from Hyperion machinery.
Combat commencing. Mission unsuccessful. Strategic target.
Robots, remember your three governing laws. Jack is your god. Threshers are your enemy. And both consider you disposable. robot. You are...
Do you see those lunar supply shots? We need to steal a lunar supply beacon and get the moon base to send you an uncalibrated fast travel unit. You can use that to get Sanctuary back on the fast travel network. Simple. Except not at all. Did that Thresher just eat the beacon? You'll need to get that. You've got the beacon? Good. We can use that to request an uncalibrated fast travel.
This shotgun's really OP. Does 1500 plus
damage. You'll need a quiet place to set up the beacon. Head to the town of Overlook. Thanks to Hyperion's mining operations, the people of Overlook suffer from the skull shivers. They won't disturb us.
That's terrible. Yeah, that Thresher guy was fucking really fucking hard for my Psycho. Man, it took me forever to kill that motherfucker. But the commandos reload
so
speed.
See, this is what I don't get about you bad guys. You know the hero's gonna win, but you just don't die quickly. Man, example, this one guy in New Haven, right? City's burning, people are dying left and right, yada yada yada. This jackhole rushes me with a spoon. A freaking spoon, and I'm dying laughing, right? So I scoop out his stupid little eyeballs with it.
Hello!
And he can't see where he's going. He's bumping into stuff. And anyway, I don't know. Maybe he had to be there. The moral is, you're a total bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking hilarious how he just talks like that. He's just a piece of shit. You're just a bitch. Yeah, so get up this one last. Get up this floor right here. I'm gonna blow ass pretty soon. Yeah, I was thinking about going to the gym again. I don't know yet.
Son of a bastard! Come here! I'd almost finished my comic collection. Hey, stand in front of this!
Yeah, the fight for your life thing kind of sucks because your aim is so bad. Like, your guy shoots like a fucking moron when he's at that stance.
So, how was the dying?
But yeah, I texted that one girl and that she texted me back asking who it was. I'm like, you didn't even say my number, bitch. I'm like, yeah, you're just a fucking total fucking cop-out. So I told her who I was, and that detective probably went to bed at like 4. She texted me back at 6 in the morning. And I was like, oh, that's the guy from Zips and that. And she really got shut out like, like, you still have a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay. That's how these women do it. Single moms are always like this. They want to have play dates. I think a lot of times because people don't want to be alone, and women have a huge emotional psyche with like they can't be alone for too long because they flip the fuck out because they're like such immature fucking people. Like, highly immature. And people want to complain that they're mature and shit. Like, no, you're not.
You fellas meet the missus?
Oh, come on! I just revived. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do today at the gym. I think I'll do my pecs today. Let's see what time it is. 3. Yeah, I'm gonna get going probably like 4:30 now. I have to get going a little bit earlier. I can be like come home and eat and shit, because I gotta eat here in a little bit. But yeah, I haven't played this game in a long time. I like it way better than 3. Because Jack's just a better fucking villain. I like those fucking retarded twins. And twins are fucking stupid. Like, the reason why they think they deserve all the crap is because they're spoiled brats. Which I guess that's what happens. They're making fun of the new age of kids. They're all on Twitch and shit. They're all popular because they can sit there and do stupid shit on Twitch and streaming and crap. Their priorities are just shit. Oh my God. I like that thing. My dog barks at everything. Kind of annoying. But yeah, women, I don't know why it's just like that. Like, I'm basically gonna ask her now if she ever does like actually talk to me now. I'm like, why the fuck you give me your number and that? Like, I mean, I know why exactly, just to have someone there. And it's like, oh well, you're just someone I can talk to in that, you know, like, yeah, I'll talk to you. I'll learn a lot about how fucking ridiculously stupid single women are. Yeah, 100%. Women that have children and that, you just basically just give me all the information. It's sad. Just making a pop up asshole. I know there's a badass here. There we are. There it goes. I got these little dry boogers in my nose. My nose all itchy now. Yeah, this is really fucking good. He gets almost 50. He gets basically 50% more damage on everything. That is actually really fucking pathetic. Is that badass though? Badass. Like I said. You did a really good job. This shit looks good. And the water looks good. But yeah, it's just funny though. Last time I just last time that I talked to her, well, one of the last time I talked to her, and that she got mad at me, that because I told her how it was. And I just basically, she just like emotionally just like got fucking upset and shit, and started like she was being a bitch towards me. And I'm like, well, it's just how it is. Like, you're crazy. You know, you're talking to me about your fucking boyfriends and all this shit, and like one of the guys in that you're fucking dating, that, and you're just like, you should do this. You stop demanding men to do shit. Well, that's what I want. It doesn't matter about what you want when you're demanding men to do stuff and that. Like, if a man's gonna be willing to talk to you and that, and immediately, this is before I started to like really get into like really learning that, because fuck, I've been with 2 women that are literally the fucking same. They were both whores. They both have lonely issues. They had no idea what to do besides get guys to fuck them. That's literally the whole point of it. And like they kept doing it, and like they're mostly wanting to be excited with the heaviest thing, like pain. They'll get screwed in different ways just to feel that little bit of emotions. Like, yeah, that's a problem. When you go down the cycle of this shit and you can't feel happy anymore because your life is all emotionally out, you go for the biggest thing that you can do is pain. Pain or sex. Both sometimes. And like, and these modern women are literally fucking probably 3 or 4 times more hornier than men. Like, they always want to have sex. Doesn't matter how old they get either, they always want to have sex. Especially when they're, you know, into that, like, feminist fucking bullshit. I mean, fuck, I had 50-year-old women try to fucking get with me and shit. 60-year-old women, you know, sit there and talking about this crap and that. You know, I told this stuff before, but I was up at Zips and I was there by myself, and that it was like nighttime and that. And or close to the closing time, and one of the ladies came in right when we were about ready to close. She was sitting there like flirting with me and that, you know, and she had big, huge titties and shit, and she knew that she could fucking grab guys and that. I mean, she wasn't the best looking woman in that, but like, you know, you don't need to be face wise attractive when you got a fucking double D on you, if not bigger. You know, you can swing those titties around, and guys are gonna fucking want to screw you. At least immature men will. And I'm just sitting there like talking to her and that, and she was really just talking about, you know, all this not wearing underwear, and I'm freestyling that. I'm like, I mean, I understand not wearing a bra on that, especially, you know, because bras are very uncomfortable, especially if you got your boobs are gigantically fucking huge, you know, that shit's got to put a lot of pressure on your fucking, like, your chest underneath, your skin and that, the wires and all that crap, and I was like, I get it, you know, but like, when you're in public and that, you know, I guess try to be more non-showing, because like, nipples get hard, they're gonna poke straight through your fucking shirt. It's too sexual for a lot of men to even be around, and they freak the fuck out, like they literally flip out. That's the reason why these things were made. Because not a lot of men can kind of react themselves to be like, oh, I've seen boobs before. They'll instantly get fucking aroused over it. And that's what a lot of these women, that's what they tend to do. They tend to think that their bodies are what men want. And it's just like, so I was talking to her and that, put that in perspective. She thinks that, you know, it's because she's got big boobs and that. I'm just going to say it. That she's assuming that I'm going to be like, oh, take you home and make you dinner and that, and you can, you know, plow my ass. And I'm like, woman, you're like fucking like my mom's age, like in your late 50s. I mean, I get it. You might be maybe like 55, 53 in that, whatever it is. Maybe late 50s. I couldn't really tell, but I knew she was in her 50s. And I was like, don't you have better things to do other than trying to get younger men to have sex with you, basically? I'm like, what? Why do women, like, say men are the horniest thing ever, but older women want to fuck everything in sight? Because they don't have a man. Well, maybe if you had a man. well, I divorced him a while back and all that stuff and that, or something happened. I mean, I don't know exactly with this person, but I think something happened in that, and it's like you instantly want to do, like most guys just go solo. They go solo. They get in really good shape in that. They go to different countries and shit. They go on cruises and that. They save up their money and that. They enjoy their lives. You know, that's the best thing for men to do, and men can do very easily that because you can always pick up a younger woman to sit there and fucking sit on your dong if you choose to, because there's like millions of young women out there that will fucking do so. Like, especially if you're in really good shape and shit. You got younger men screwing older women. I can't say it happens that much, but eventually, you know, it's probably not gonna happen. Because, you know, getting you pregnant is a very serious thing, and most younger men have that in their head. If they're taught well, if they're brought up well, they're like, yeah, I'm not doing that because that's fucked up. And a lot of these women are literally just like, oh, I want a baby now because I'm fucking 30 years old. Just put it in me. I don't care who it is. I'm just going to sit there and take it, and I'm taking your child support, and then I'm going to live a better life with the kid that I probably won't barely ever take care of because I'm too busy still whoring around, still being a slut. So I'm going to have babysitters, have other people take care of while I'm going out on the prowl, spread my legs for other dudes that get me pregnant so I can get more money or whatever it might be. That's basically what it is. At least from my perspective. And I see, you know, when I'm seeing, I'm talking to these women about that stuff, and it's like, it comes out to be like, wow, you guys are literally doing that. And I hear it all the time on TikTok and that. Like, wow, you women are really just want to be a baby farm. So you can make your life easier than that without a man. Or you could just have a man and have life easier, but you're feminist, so you want to sit there and hate on men, but you still want men to do stuff for you. How about you just don't do anything? How about you just don't have no man in your life? Stop fucking sexualizing men. Stop doing all that crap and that. Live without man. You're lying to yourself because you've been lied to. You can't do it. You have to have it. Because the whole point of being a woman is to get with a fucking man. And these feminist women can say otherwise, but you're lying to yourself because you constantly do it. You know, all the time I TikTok, oh, I go on these dates and that Chad plows me, and then, you know, I wonder about him and you keep doing that shit. And you're like, I hate men, all that stuff like that. Why do you keep going for them then? Well, it's a narrative to make you TikTok famous because you want to feel fucking special. How you famous when nothing's getting around that's actually promoting good stuff? And you just got a whole bunch of stupid ass women on there and say, go queen, go this, go that, go this, go that. And like, guys don't do that shit. I wouldn't accept it. But women have this mentality that I notice nowadays. It's all about show as much as you can off because that's what men want. Go to the gym. The gym clothing is a prime example of sexualization to the max for young women, and they're fucking from 17, 18, 19, 20, all revealing everything they fucking can just because, you know, the clothes are out there, and then they all look like sluts. And they're all like, well, it's just gym wear. I look cute. I'm like, woman, you're stupid. Who taught you? If I was your daddy, I'd put you under house arrest. Walking out there with your fucking literally no underwear on, your pussy's hanging out, your butt's hanging out. I'd be furious. I take all those clothes and I return them. Or I throw them all away and I just give you fucking money for it. It's fucking disgusting. Men like this shit. I understand young men. I understand men like the stuff and that's good to look at and that. But like other than talking about that old lady and that trying to pick me up and that, she was actually really nice and that. She gave me actually a pretty good tip money. I think she gave me like close to $50 ever since she been paying coming in. I go to the gym. I was at the gym the other day, And like, this guy comes in with these two girls. He always comes in with girls and that. Dude doesn't even fucking work out. He sits there trying to show off his strength in front of these girls and that. And these girls literally don't give a fuck. Because I've seen them multiple times before up there and that with the same guy and that. So I'm lifting weights and that. And I noticed, you know, women are very iconically want to look for someone that looks more like a superhero. Especially young women. They love that superhero look. You know, when you're stout and shit. And like, you know, I saw one of the girls like trying to give this dude a hug and I like rubbed her boobs all over him. And he's like, oh yeah, all this fucking bullshit. And these women literally just walked away from him and didn't hang out with him for the whole entire damn day. At least when I was there. And he felt so depressed. And I'm like, dude, they're fucking with you. See, women like to play games because it makes them feel like they have something. But when you sit there and you ignore them, and you sit there like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, it's like, you're really like in my way. When you stop giving them attention, they freak the fuck out, and they don't like it. And yes, it's a sense of immaturity when it comes out of women. When they want that much attention to that because they have no hobbies, they have nothing to do, they're on their phones all day looking for attention from guys. And I had this same problem when I was younger and that as a boy, you know, in high school and stuff. I'd be on Facebook and that when Facebook first came out, like 2006, 2007. And I'd be looking for attention. And here's why, because you didn't have any hobbies. You didn't have nothing to keep your mind going. So you're looking for that attention. That's why I start streaming, because it's fun to stream. It's fun to get something out there so people can respond to, because, well, we're humans. We should be responding to things that matter to us. And mine just happens to be a lot of psychological stuff, psychology and that. And, you know, dealing with the whole feminist thing and that's a fucking crucial, stupid point of our society that's really tearing apart our society. That, you know, I think feminism is a lot worse than racism by far. Because racism is, no one cares about racism anymore. I think that's just a fucking joke. But it's all about attention. People just want attention all the fucking damn time with this crap. And you're just sitting there like, why do you want so much fucking attention? Like, you literally, you know, you go into a room, and if you're pretty in that, some guy will approach you and give you attention. But, like, if you're sitting there and you're on Instagram doing butt pictures and doing, like, skin pictures and shit, showing off your titties and that, yeah. You're going to get a whole bunch of fucking attention. You're going to go on date sites and that and tell people to meet you here and meet you there. And I see the way that some of these women, like, some of the guys that they go for super skinny, feminine fucking dudes. And I never understood it. I talked to one of the girls. I was hanging out with one of the girls and I asked her about it. Because she's part of that culture. Like, why do you like feminist dudes? Like, why do you like emotional men that are just fucking wrecked? Like, they're just a bunch of pussies. Like, I'm just so confused. Why you, like, and she's just like, because they want to feel control. They want to feel that they can control something. I'm like, that's stupid, because it never works out, because most men at a young age are like that. But as they get older than that, they're going to push you away and call you out for your bullshit. And the funny thing is, that woman loved to hang out with me. She hung out with me enormous amount of time. She always wanted to hang out with me. And the funny thing is, like, I think it was literally addiction. Because, like, one of the times that, you know, she went over to, I guess it was her boyfriend's house. I can't say they were dating, obviously, but she was just like a situationship, stupid fucking bullshit. It's fucking shit people make up. So she went over there. She got laid, I guess. Hung out with him. I was at the gym. She was, you know, she ends up texting me and saying, hey, when you're done with your workout, you know, I'm going to pick you up. We can go back to your place and then we can watch a movie. And it's like, I'm like, okay, that's cool and that, you know. We got to finish up the movie and that because we were just hanging out and that. It was non-sexual. I didn't really care about that stuff because I'm trying to mentor this person because you have to do this. This is the problem with most men. I get it. that like some men are just complete fucking simps and they're like giving everything to a woman that. But like the whole point of me, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's, well, actually, I did just say it. Like, I was trying to mentor her because I was, I'm older than her and that to a certain degree. And like, for some reason, she always would have me with her. And she would always say that. And it was like loneliness to extreme. It's like, you're always, I can always hang out with you and that and all this stuff. And then it's like if you're hanging out with me all the damn time and I want you to date me, I'm trying to explain to you, this is what dating is. You're hanging out with a dude. Stop having dudes as friends. That's the biggest crucial problem. Women want a bunch of dude friends they can go to for emotional let out. And most of these dudes are just, they're all like agreeing with you, saying they're the yes man. And, I wasn't. I flat out told her the honest truth about everything. I said, you're fucking stupid. It's like, you need to stop doing this shit. You are going to ruin your life. So you need to worry about yourself. You need to get more hobbies. Watch TV, get more hobbies and that. Get your mind to regulate outside of the culture. Because once you get your mind regulated, you pull yourself away from this fucking massively sexual feminist culture, you're going to want to feel better. That's why you look for attention. That's why you're looking for all these things. Because you're miserable and it's easier to get all this attention right now because you're young and attractive. But once you've been through the road of lots of dudes, that attraction drops dramatically. I don't think women understand that the more guys you have sex with that are not relationship, you're just banging dudes because you're just banging dudes, your attraction drops every single time that you're fucking a random dude. Because guys can sense that you've been with people. Because women act very innocent around attractive dudes. They act super innocent. They get jealous. They do all this stuff for that. And that's one of the things, that happened with her. I was at work. She was there. I just got off working but I hung out there for a little bit and that because I was just hanging out and just chilling. And another girl that used to come in there and that, she wanted to work there and that, but she couldn't. And like, I don't even really know her. She was just a friend of one of the guys that I worked with and that. And he was asking me like, hey, you want to hang out with us? We'll go out to eat and that. And I'm like, oh man, like I guess, I was bored and that. And he was asking me. And because that girl was there and she was rather hot. And there was another woman there, but that other woman didn't really matter. She was definitely really far downhill. She was, I have to say, she needs a lot of work. But the other lady in that was very, sweet, very nice. She was very polite. She had great manners in that. She would call me sir and that. It was rather fucking attractive. She had fucking manners, and the girl that was at my job and that, the one I hung out with her that, she's a gorgeous woman. I mean, she's very attractive and that, but like, the mentality of her was very like perverted, and I was like, I don't like dealing with super perverted women because, honest truth is, I'm not. I know, oh, men are like that. No, not all men are like that. Some men literally just don't like that shit when it's too much. Well, anyway, she got fucking super, super jealous. I mean, she got jealous because she thought that I was gonna buy them, dinner and that, but specifically buy her something. And I immediately start to click on it. I'm just like, you're getting jealous of me? And she said it out loud. That's how you know that she still has some of that, like, girl innocence in her. Because she literally just went out of nowhere. I'm like, why the fuck are you mad at me? She's gonna use you for your money and that. And I just think to myself, like you do? Like, you're the one doing it. You're losing something. You think you're gonna lose something? And that's what it is? And I told her so many times, I'm like, you're not my woman. You're not my woman. Why are you getting so upset? You think every man is a boyfriend, and that's the problem. I'm not yours. So You know, just like I told her that so many times and that just to clarify, like, where the fuck is your mindset at? It's like, why are you thinking that every man's your boyfriend just because you're attractive? But there's another attractive girl down the street. That's what it is. Your mentality is thinking you're absolutely attractive because you like, I got the power to charm people now. Well, you can't charm me because I really don't give a fuck. I don't give in to demonic fucking charms. That's basically what it is. That's what charming is. It's a satanic fucking way of getting to you through a succubus way to draw in the man's energy so you can keep it for yourself. Because you don't want to be with the man. You just want to keep that person there stagnant. And as that started happening, she started doing things to tempt me to get, you know, try to get me jealous. I'm like, that's when I just started like, after all that crap and that, you know, it started calming down and that. Eventually we hung out for the last time and that. I bought her a birthday gift because, you know, we worked together for like 6 months. So, you know, I'll be nice. I bought her a good birthday gift and that. We had all this stuff down there. We talked about our feelings and that. We were actually expressing our heart in that. And immediately she betrayed it. And that's why I just said, you know what? You just got mad because I'm not your fucking, I'm not that bitch mentality guy. I'm a man telling you how it is. So I just stopped talking to her ass. And as of today, she still like wanders through someone that I know that's still trying to chase her ass. I told him, stop chasing her, bro. Stop hanging out with her. Like, if a woman doesn't want to give in, you've been hanging out with her for months and months and months and months, she's not going to give in. You just leave her alone. Now, women, the thing is that men think these women are weak. No, these women get so much attention, they're not weak. They can literally go online, pop a couple booty pictures on there, and they'll get fucking dudes all over the fucking world want to fucking chat them up. They don't give a fuck about just a couple of dudes. They can get hundreds of other dudes to chat with them. It's just how it is. And they try to think that, oh, well, that there's no problem with that. That's what they want. They love that shit. They love that dopamine of fucking attention. And I say, you can't be in a relationship when you're thinking everybody else is in a relationship with you. If you think every guy is trying to bang you and that, you're like, you're all my boyfriends. Where do you get this shit from? Like, you know, things that's satanic. That's where succubus do that. Succubus are literally demons that sit there and they dwell in getting enormous amount of men to fall for their charms so they can have them whenever they want to. That's what feminism currently is. Stay away from it. They're all fucking demons. They do the exact same thing succubus do. And the men are incubus. Incubus do the same thing as succubus. They'll roust out a bunch of women and that. And they're there to take their fucking innocence. That's why a lot of these girls always want to do what? Date younger men to take their innocence. I'm telling you, this shit is a satanic war. We need to pray and get this shit out of our fucking culture. Because the only one that can do it is Lord Jesus. This is why there's a problem. It doesn't matter what anybody says. This is literally the definitions of these demons. That's their core point, to get innocence away from people through sexual indication. That's the whole point. I mean, I don't know how many times that women try to seduce my ass in various ways. They try. And it's saying like, well, but they're humans though. Entities go into that. When you don't know, you go into the double. It's just plain simple. If you don't know that God exists, you don't know the Bible. If you knew the Bible, you would never go into that to begin with. Your body and the Holy Spirit will literally push you away from it. It happened to me multiple times. I could have been at a party or been a drunk and that and fucked a bunch of hot women and that and grabbed on big titties and butthole and did all that stuff and that. But the thing is, I couldn't. Because I had a Holy Spirit. Because I believed in God so much and that. when I was younger. It pushed me away from the world. We need more prayer. People just go walk down these paths. They have no idea what the fuck's happening. These are all satanic ways. That's the reason why all these bad things are happening. That saying like, oh, men are bad, but you're still gonna have sex with them. Men are bad, but you're still gonna steal all their money in that. That's draining the life force of man. Point example of meaning of succubus. Same thing with men. Men are not out of this shit either. Fuck all these men that have sex with random ass girls and that. They're incubus. They do the same exact thing. Fuck all these Andrew Tates and that. They're horrible fucking people when it comes down to that. They could be good people when it comes down to other things, but they're horrible people saying it's okay to fuck a bunch of fucking people in that. No, it's not. You're in a borderline satanic fucking hold. You shall not be like that. You shouldn't be like that. It is against the whole creation of God. You guys, everybody follows these paths and then they go, I have sex with a bunch of girls. One of my guys, it gives me brownie points. No, you have a negative effect on you. I mean, I talked to one dude at my job and that. Cool ass dude. His life sucks though. He's got a terrible life. The dude's always stressing out and shit. And he told me, he's like, yeah, I used to bang a bunch of girls when I was younger, and when I would get high and all that stuff and that. And da, 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 da. I said, yeah, this is your punishment for doing all that. Now you're fucking going to be miserable for the rest of your life for them 10 years of you being a fucking man whore. You know, you're miserable with your woman and that. That's how God actually does work. God doesn't work in saying, strike you down where you're at. God puts you through hell to teach you to remorse, to repent. That's what that is. You live hell on earth, you live heaven on earth. That's how it always will be. That's why you see a lot of people that get out of their hell and they're really fucking happy. They enjoy life. It's not because they have the experience that push that away. It's because they get closer to God for learning their mistakes. When you learn from the mistakes, you get closer to God. You start enjoying life more. But people that do a lot of fucking drugs, they do a lot of stuff, that they maintain their mind into that hell. And they keep that hell going. That's why weed, all the drugs you can ever do, from alcohol to tobacco, all that shit and that, all that stuff is all satanic stuff and that, because it pulls you back into that reality of negativity, that reality of hatred, because you don't stress out enough to break free. You de-stressize too much, and you rely on that cigarette as a learning. That's what it is. You rely on that weed as you're learning, but you're not learning. You're not pulling your way out. You're going from one addiction to another addiction. And I'm prime example of experience. Been through it all. Mass depression. Mass suicide. I hated myself. I've done this stuff for 15 to 20 fucking years. I have to say is, you don't get out of it by doing drugs. You get out of it by praying. You get out of it by being a better person. You get out of it by worrying about your health and that. You know, I got all these people that complain about their disorders and the shit. I hear it all the time and that. They think it's cool. They victimize themselves. How fucked up they are. They say, well, I got this disorder, I got this disorder, I shit my pants. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It's like Kindergarten Cop with Arnold. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! The fuck you... Why are you talking about you got IBS and shit? You're talking about all these negative things and like it's a fucking, yay, look at me, I'm a weak fucking bitch. I'm a weak fucking dude. Like, it's ridiculous. Look, oh, my back hurts and that, my butthole hurts and that, you know. I got problems with me. That's cool and all. I get it. Sometimes you want to ask questions about why people are doing certain things. And I'm like, but you're working and you're moving around. So what are you trying to say? You're still doing shit. So why are you looking at it as a negative? You know, tumors grow by stress. You know, your body inflames more by stress. Your body heals less by stress. When you stress yourself out and you're not learning how to fix that problem that you're stressing out about, you stress out about it more. Smoking weed leads to distressing, yes. But distressing from weed doesn't last forever. your body gets immune to it. So then you have to do more to get the same amount of stress release. Stress is just learning how to adapt to things changing. And people don't want to do that. They don't. They hate changing. I hear it all the time. My ex said that. It's like, I don't like changing. I'm like, why not? I shouldn't have to change. Like, you know, changing and adapting is the number one thing that humans actually fucking do. And you're going against what you naturally want to do, which is the reason why you're miserable. Like, you're doing that. When you do things you want to do, like she wanted to go back and take her classes and that and do all stuff and that. I said, do it then. She already got registered again. I said, do it. Well, you know, I'm just like, you're lazy because you smoke weed all day and you're lazy-minded, so your mind never wants to grow. So point taken. Weed's fucking terrible for you. It makes you lazy, makes you stumpy. I don't give a fuck if there's sativas or butthole liquors, whatever fuck out of stupid brand name bullshit people want to throw in your fucking face. You take a cup of coffee, you sit there, you eat some food, and you focus on things you want to do in your life. When you complete those things, then your life gets better because you're actually doing things you want to do. But when you ignore it, because you're weak-minded, because you're not strong, then you have to develop that strength. You have to say, yes, I can do it. People are so fucking negative with everything. They immediately beat it in their fucking heads. You know why you're like that? Because you got no God. You ain't got Jesus with you. That's why you do that. It doesn't matter how successful you are. It doesn't matter all the crap on that. If you don't have God with you, even the most successful people in the world and say, yeah, I believe in Jesus. Why? Because it works. Because it is what it is. People don't want to believe in it. That's why you're stuck in a plateau. That's why you're literally sitting there fucking, doing absolutely fucking nothing with your life. You're like, I'm miserable. Where does misery come from? Lack of doing things. So if you do things in your life that you want to do, then you become less miserable. And the only way to do that is to get inspiration from the Heavenly Father up above. Try to explain that to my ex-girlfriend that I told her, you need to start praying. Start praying for what you want to do in that. You say, well, it doesn't work. I'm like, how do you not know it works if you don't do it? I used to do it 10, 15 years ago. I'm like, that's the problem. I do it right now. And that's what got you away from me. Because my Holy Spirit said, this bitch is fucking crazy. She is a very negative influence in your life. And so, boop, you left. You might have did it yourself, but I was going to think about doing it anyway. Because I had no remorse over someone that literally does not care about their fucking damn life. Because you talk about goals and that, you like to talk about the talk, no action. When people are following what everybody else is doing, following what the culture is doing, and you don't do what you want to do, you call you a follower. That's some cultism shit. That's why when you pray to Jesus that individually, he gives you individual guide points because he knows you, who you really are. That's why. He doesn't say, everybody do the same thing. No, it's individuals. Whatever your heart desires and want to do to make your life better than that, you end up doing that. That's why I lift weights. That's why I preach. That's why I talk about all this stuff. And this is what I truly want to do. And I fucking love it. Exactly. Hence the word. I love it. It makes me happy. So I do it. Anyway, I'm going to go upstairs and look up shit. Got carb up. Woo. It's chilly outside. Woo-wee. Oh, I gotta smash this shit. Actually, gotta leave here in a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna go off, Matt. You guys have a good one. God bless.